In this video, we are going to be wrapping up our time here in Trondheim, Norway. This is going to be the last video of this 3-part series, and this one's Trondheim, Norway Complete Travel Guide by Janice Log. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into their perspective.
Trondheim, Norway's gateway to the north and the country's largest city in proximity to the Arctic Circle line. In this full city guide, I provide my top 10 tips for the perfect visit of all important landmarks and sites in Trondheim. Stick around to the end for some additional tips on times to visit, transport, accommodation, budget, safety, and more to make the most out of your visit. Norway's third largest city is beautifully situated where the river Nidelva meets Trondheim fjord. Founded in 997, it was a strategic city during the Viking Age and even served as the capital of Norway until 1217. In this video, we're gonna go on a tour to the most important sites of the city. If you haven't seen it yet, also make sure to check out my full Norway documentary series and other city guides on Norway and Scandinavia, and subscribe to my channel for more useful travel content. But now, let's get to my top 10 sites and explore the very best of Trondheim.
He's making this place seem so magical. Oh wow, I actually do love flowers.
A great starting point for any exploration of Trondheim is the lovely city center. I stayed in the outskirts of the city and took the car into the center, but buses are also available if you want to avoid the rather pricey parking fees. Trondheim city center is very pedestrian friendly and can easily be explored on foot. The quaint streets are lined with small shops, cafés and historical timber houses, and it's fun to discover the many local small businesses, picturesque buildings and museums throughout the city.
Oh, since he said that made me think of how easy is it to own like a small business in Trondheim, or I guess in Norway in general. I remember I did a little bit of research on how difficult it was to start a small business in Germany, but I don't know specifically for Norway. So if somebody knows, let me know.
A must-see highlight of any Trondheim visit is of course the impressive Nidaros Cathedral. This imposing church dates back to the year 1070 and served as Northern Europe's most important Christian pilgrimage site during the Middle Ages. During that time, and again after independence was restored in 1814, the Nidaros Cathedral served as the coronation church of the Norwegian kings. King Haakon VII was the last monarch to be crowned here in 1906. It is considered the most important Gothic monument in Norway, the second largest medieval cathedral in Scandinavia, and the northernmost cathedral in the world.
It's just so incredible. It's like a must see. You have to go there and see that. Maybe I'll be crowned there, the Angry Spud king. Somebody just went up there and put a wreath on his hand. I'd love to hear that organ though, that's for sure.
From the church, let's stroll over to the picturesque Nidelva River. The famous old bridge Gamle Bybro, which dates back to 1681, crosses the river and offers marvelous views downstream, where the river is lined by colorful traditional timber houses that nowadays serve as restaurants, shops and hotels.
So that's another one of those little bridges that the person was standing on where it's like purposely made to where you can literally just go jump off of it into the water. I wonder if you can jump off this bridge, or is that frowned upon? That black building back there, nobody said anything about it yet.
On the other side of the bridge, the renowned Bakklandet quarter invites you to wander through the cobblestone streets, relax in cozy cafes, or head down to the river to watch the ducks and seagulls feed their younglings.
There is a lot of monuments and statues around this city as well that I've noticed. Oh my gosh, is that like people's backyard? Oh, if that really is. And I think their boat is just docked right up to like their house. You probably have to be like have millions of dollars to be able to have this house, but that's like the ultimate goal in life, is to have something like that and live right on the water. Oh man, I'm getting jelly. Kayak there. He must love bird watching. It's nice to hear like in the background and stuff, birds.
Still in the Bakleden quarter, make sure to check out one of Trondheim's curiosities, a bike lift device that was installed to facilitate bikers the steep way up the hill. Unfortunately, when I was there, I was not able to witness anybody using this unique device that is free of charge.
Wait, what does it do? Just help you start going? Oh, does it like push you or something to get up the hill?
On top of the hill, the monumental white Christiansted fortress thrones above the city. Completed in 1685, its function was to protect the city against attacks from the east. And indeed, it served its purpose when it successfully repelled the invading Swedish forces in 1718, but was later decommissioned in 1816 by Crown Prince Regent Charles John.
I still think it would have been awesome to see this like in person, like back then, like when sieges were happening and whatnot. I wish I could just, I don't know, relive those moments. As they did, not as if I lived them already. See, now that I see it closer up, it does look more so like a fortress, like it'd be more difficult to scale.
The harbor area of Trondheim is a great place to wander around. Stroll along the pier that is lined with ultra-modern buildings, or take a boat or ferry to some of the adjacent islands and ports.
See that shell? I don't remember ever seeing that shell anywhere.
Another fun thing to do in Trondheim is to pay a visit to the Corky Rockheim Museum. Officially named the National Discovery Center for Pop and Rock, this unique museum is housed in an old modernized warehouse that was retrofitted with a box-shaped colorful roof and has since become a landmark in Trondheim's cityscape. The exhibition is dedicated to the history of Norwegian pop and rock music and showcases a multitude of local artists which seemed very recognizable to the local visitors, but whose names and music I had never heard before. But even then, the musical discovery journey provides with numerous theme rooms and interactive displays. It's absolutely worth checking out.
Now that I think of it, I don't think I know any Norwegian music. I'm gonna have to check this out though, for real. Because foreign music, it's definitely for me.
For the best sunset view in the evening hours, head back to the fortress. Just remember that Trondheim is close to the Arctic Circle, so sunset hours can vary dramatically depending on what time of the year you are visiting. When I was there in the summer months, the golden hour seemed almost endless. offering me some extended time to fly my drone over the city. Check this out.
See, and that's what I like too. So he's saying fly the drone over the city. You can't do that here where I'm at. I mean, you get like in trouble just, doing something like that, and they will find it, and they have stuff to like shoot your drones down and everything. So it's just, I don't know. I just think that's, maybe you have to have special permission out there, in these places. Maybe somebody can let me know, but just something simple like that goes a long way. Everything does seem just so organized to me. Like I said, especially from it being like a school town.
For my last tip, we are heading south of Trondheim to Fjords National Park. Located a good 2.5-hour drive from Trondheim, this amazing nature reserve in Oppland and Trøndelag is known as one of the very few places in the world where wild musk oxen can be spotted. Fjords is characterized by vast expanses of high plateaus, rocky peaks, deep valleys and glacial features. With a bit of luck, you will see the impressive musk oxen in their natural habitat. They are truly historical mammals and among the oldest mammals to walk our planet. They used to live here in this area in great numbers around 20,000 years ago. Initially extinct in the region, musk oxen populations got reintroduced here in 1937. Their most notable features are their thick coat, long curved horns, and the strong odor the male oxen emit during the mating season. It's a truly unique experience that I highly recommend you check out when in or around Trondheim.
I'm about to say, they look like big old blankets. Dang, he just took a long time to get up.
So now that we've covered my top 10 tips for Trondheim, let's get to some practical tips for your visit.
Okay, we need these. Here we go.
When is the best time to visit Trondheim? The best time to visit Trondheim tends to be the summer months of July and August, which offer the warmest and most pleasant weather. The days are long, with extended daylight hours, allowing for more time to explore the city and its surroundings.
Okay.
Where to stay in Trondheim? Trondheim offers a variety of accommodation options to suit different preferences and budgets. Several hotels are available throughout the city, but for the best value for money and a perhaps more local experience, you may want to consider renting a private apartment or house through Airbnb or other vacation rental platforms. If you're coming with a camper van, you can also find more affordable campsites in the outskirts of town. How to get around in Trondheim? Getting around in Trondheim is quite easy, thanks to its efficient public transportation system and very compact layout. Trondheim city centre is very pedestrian friendly, making walking one of the best ways to explore the area. But the city also has an extensive bus network and is connected via railway. The railway station is in close proximity to the city centre. Lastly, another great way to get around is by renting a bike. Is Trondheim expensive? Well, Trondheim, like pretty much all cities in Norway, is on the expensive side by international standards. Hotels and rental accommodations are likely the biggest cost factor, but eating out in restaurants can also quickly become very pricey. Entrance fees to museums, attractions, and tours will likely also be higher compared to other destinations. So all of this quickly adds up, but it's still possible to enjoy the city's attractions and experiences on a budget with some planning and smart choices. What to bring for a visit to Trondheim? Like in most of Norway, the weather can be quite unpredictable and rainfall is rather frequent. So a waterproof and windproof jacket is essential to stay dry and comfortable. If
Get your Helly Hansen jacket.
Make sure to pack a hat, gloves and scarf to protect against the elements. And wear comfortable shoes for walking and exploring the city. Is Trondheim safe? Yes, Trondheim is generally considered a very safe destination for travelers. Norway in general has low crime rates compared to many other countries, and Trondheim is no exception. But like in any city, it's important to take common sense precautions to ensure your safety. Just remain vigilant and exercise caution, especially at night. I
definitely think this was probably the best overview of Trondheim in general. it showed more in detail about a lot of the different landmarks and whatnot. I think the city seems like you could travel it by walking and see almost everything. I wouldn't say do it in a day because you're not going to be able to experience everything, but you could probably get around fairly, easy, I guess, which is good. I would spend a lot of time at each place, but just knowing that it's not a huge city makes everything better for me, at least. If you live in Trondheim and there are some things you want to add, like restaurants to go to, like the best things that Trondheim is good for or known for, go ahead and let me know. But this is a beautiful little town, and I can see why it was the capital at one point until Oslo took over. But anyway, that's all I have for Trondheim right now, and maybe we'll check out some food later on. But that's all I have, and I'll see you in the next video.